Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do a Christmas wreath DIY. So if you'd like to learn how to do this beautiful wreath, just keep watching. This is how we're going to make a Christmas wreath. First thing you want to do is pick up a wire wreath form. They didn't have any at the Dollar Tree, so I did pick this up from Walmart. I think it was, let's see, I think $4. I know that they do have ones at the Dollar Tree for $1, but I didn't see none at the two that I went to around my house, so I just picked up this one. It is a lot bigger from what I have seen at the Dollar Tree, but again, they didn't have any. So I also picked up some garland from the Dollar Tree. It comes in 15 feet. So all you pretty much do is you kind of just figure out where it starts, pick a place, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of, since it does have a little bit of wire in it, I'm just going to wrap it around the wreath to kind of keep it snug there. And then of course is the back, because it bows out. I don't know if you can see it. It bows out. So this would be your back and this is your front. So the only thing you're going to do is you're pretty much going to just start at one side and just wrap it. And then you can cut it. So this first half of the wreath was only 15 feet, so I did grab a second one so I can go ahead and finish it. So when you stop just like you began, you get the end piece and you can't really see really, but you just kind of wrap it, and I'll show you the beginning of this second piece. So you just kind of get the end here because it's kind of wired, and you just kind of push it multiple times around really tightly. Just one piece of the little wire, and then you start beginning to wrap the second piece, and try to wrap it really tightly just so you know that it won't like come loose or spread, and then you'll have separating, and then we'll come back and we'll fluff it up too later. But you just kind of want to, it's easier if you keep it all in a bunch like I have. I tried it with just taking the whole garland out, and it was kind of too hard to keep going inside the circle around to the outside. So kind of want to hold it when you bring it around. And this should take you maybe about 5-10 minutes. It's really easy. And then I will come back when I got it all wrapped around. Okay. So now that you got your garland all wrapped around your wreath and kind of tied it with the wire really tightly, it comes out looking like this. This is two 15-foot garland from the Dollar Tree around, I'm not for sure how, let's see. This is an 18-inch wreath form from Walmart. And then from the Dollar Tree I also picked up these floral arrangements. These are just the white poinsettias, and it came with just one little pine cone with little white, kind of like flocked a little bit. And then I picked up these just for the pine cones alone. I'm not going to use these little red berries. I might, I'm not for sure. I think they just looked really fake. So I found these at the Dollar Tree as well. I like these a lot better, and they were again just $1. So I got two of those. And I also picked up some really pretty ribbon, and this is just to kind of tie it to the door, and I might make a bow as well. So the next thing, we just kind of get some wire cutters, and then wherever you kind of decide where you want your flowers to go, I'm just going to kind of, let's see, cut them right. Just cut them off. And you can also use hot glue if you want. I do have floral wire. I'm going to try the floral wire first before I try the hot glue, just because I know that hot glue can sometimes lead to a mess. So I don't really want that. Yeah, I'm going to cut a little bit more off. Just push the leaves all the way up to the flower. If it pops off, just pop it back in. But I don't want that much stem showing. I don't really need that much stem, so. What I'm doing is I'm grabbing, I would say about 3 inches of floral, just one single piece, and I'm just kind of wrapping it around the bottom of the flower and just leaving a little bit hanging down so I can attach that piece to the actual wreath itself. And again, you can do this, you know, whatever design you want. But since I only have 4 of the white ones, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just put those down. And then I'm just going to reach in the first, kind of like find a little, it's kind of hard, but just find a little, can't really see, but get all this. Just find a little piece of the, there we go, maybe that, the piece of the frame. And all you do is you just kind of loop it in there. Like so. And just want to kind of wrap it around there. And again, you can use hot glue. Okay, so you just kind of go around the wreath and just kind of, if you want it more on the inner side, just do it on the first little wire. The more spaces you go in, the more the flower's going to be kind of tilted to the outside. So this one I'm going to try to do in the middle. It's kind of hard to see really because of all the garland. Oh, there it is. And you just kind of pull it through there and pull it as tight as you can so your flower gets kind of deep in there so it doesn't, you know, fly off or fall off. And I'm just kind of wrapping mine around, re-wrap it around the flower. Okay, so I decided to go with the hot glue, just because floral wire only worked for one of the flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and start hot gluing the other flowers in the place that I want them. I think we decided what did we decide? Like that? Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to kind of go inside. Let's see. This keeps coming off, so I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue to it too. Going to add a little hot glue. I'm just gonna kind of place it in there. Second, kind of right next to it. Move it a little bit, I think. You know what? I think I'm just going to pull it out real quick, and I'm going to stick it over a little bit on a different side. A little bit more. Yeah. A little bit more glue. There. With these berries. Just kind of stick them in there. And then some for the other side. I don't really like it too much. So I'll just clip that one off. There. And let's see. Just kind of place them in there. I'm just gonna, you can always, you know, cut them shorter or longer if you like, but just kind of want to, you just kind of find a place and just stick it in there. I mean, it's gonna stick to the garland. So, I mean, you can even, you know, bend it back this way, or because they have that wire in them. Kind of just figure out where you kind of want. So once you put some of the berries on where you would like them, I just added a few more just here and there. I'm going to go ahead and start adding the pine cones. So I'm going to go ahead and add this one that's kind of flocked. Put some, just kind of find a place where you'd like it and just kind of make sure you hold it for a few seconds. Okay. Add a little bit more glue. Just gonna hold it down there. Gonna just find a place and hold it there for a few seconds. I think that'd be look really, really pretty. Got one more. Since I think this pine cone's a little bit bare, I'm just gonna add a few red berries with it too. Just kind of stick it in there. And then you just want to, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue my bow. And I didn't have any pipe cleaners on hand, so just kind of want to stick that in there as best as you can. I'm getting glue all over my fingers. And then once it's dried, then I could fluff it out. I don't want to fluff it out when it's still wet, or it's not, the glue is not dried all the way. Or you'd like to add, because I still have a few more pieces of these berries, so I'm just going to go ahead and add them from the bow as well. And I mean, you can always go in, back in and add more flowers or pine cones. This is just what I got. I have one more berry, so I'm going to go ahead and add that somewhere. Okay. And that's it. That's your Christmas or holiday wreath, made with everything pretty much from the dollar store except for the wire form, but everything else is from the Dollar Tree. Thank you guys so much for watching this Christmas wreath DIY, and as always, please like and subscribe, and until then, see you next time.